All right, so today we're diving deep into something pretty wild.
Yeah.
You've given us a fascinating mix of design docs, lore, notes, and all this stuff about not one, but two
Behold.
VR projects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Light Fight and KZO Override. What really grabbed my attention is how they're connected.
Right?
It's like Light Fight is a peek into what makes KZO Override tick.
Like seeing an entire VR ecosystem evolve with Light Fight as the
Prototype.
the proof of concept. Exactly.
Exactly. So Light Fight takes us to this
Stunning.
stunning world called the Plane of Lumina. Have you ever
Oh, it's incredible.
imagine stepping into a VR world where the very buildings are alive,
I can't even.
made of this bioluminescent material that shifts between like liquid,
Yeah.
solid, gas, plasma.
Like the world itself is breathing.
It's breathing.
The coolest part is how that ties into the whole conflict.
Oh yeah.
This constant change, it's like the tension between having a fixed form and just flowing, changing, just like that struggle between being an individual or being part of a whole.
Unity.
Yes.
And that brings us to
The primordials.
the primordials, these godlike beings.
Locked in a cosmic war.
It's a war. And their philosophies, you see it
You see it everywhere.
everywhere. The environment, how you move, everything.
Brilliant game design.
Yeah.
Really.
It is
Weaving the story, look, feel, the mechanics all together.
a truly immersive experience.
For sure.
Okay, so these primordials, we've got red, green, blue. They represent like individuality.
Individuality.
And then orange, yellow, indigo.
They went and merged, became one being,
Obsessed with
the great tetrahedron.
the great tetrahedron, obsessed with unity.
It's all symbolism, isn't it?
It's layers upon layers.
Colors, musical notes, shapes,
Like a giant puzzle box.
waiting to be opened.
What about the symbolism grabs you first?
Well, each primordial's energy changes how you move, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Your philosophy quite literally dictates how you get around. Like
So red gives you speed. Blue is like fluidity.
yellow, super stable.
Like parkour mixed with philosophy.
It's more than just looking cool or symbolism, though. It's about making these big ideas real, something you feel.
Yeah.
Like imagine yourself in the game. What kind of player would you be? Drawn to the speed of red, the adaptability of orange, or maybe that grounded
Yellow.
yellow. Yeah, it's like a built-in personality test.
Totally. And speaking of pushing boundaries, there's KZO Override.
Hilsey? Oh, yeah.
It aims to be much more than just a game, from what I'm seeing.
Much more.
Community building, artistic expression, even education.
Like a virtual society.
It is built on open source principles.
What I find fascinating is that focus on user-generated content, collaborating.
Yeah,
They're making a platform,
not just a game.
a set of tools, you
Yeah.
know, so you can create your own VR experiences
They're giving you the universe.
and saying, go make something amazing.
Go build.
Go build, yeah.
And they're packing it with such innovative tech.
It really is.
2D, 3D integration, virtual senses, alternate dimensions.
Don't forget real-world objects.
Oh, they even talk about integrating real-world objects. It's wild.
Imagine you scan a real thing.
And it pops up in VR.
It's there, or controlling your avatar with real-world movement. So precise.
Blurring the lines between physical and virtual.
In ways we haven't even imagined yet.
And based on what we're seeing in Light Fight,
Right.
with its movement, its philosophy, I can only imagine what people will create with KZO Override.
Light Fight, it's like a seed.
It is.
And KZO Override is the ground where it can grow into something truly amazing.
It really is.
The glimpse into the future of VR.
Where the lines between game and virtual world just
Disappear.
completely blur.
It's fantastic.
Okay, let's recap. We got Light Fight,
Yeah.
this visually stunning VR game
Throws you into this world.
where environment, lore, gameplay,
All tied together with this thought-provoking,
philosophical, and then we've got KZO Override.
taking those concepts, expanding them,
To this vast open source platform,
where you become the creator, the collaborator.
shaping your own VR experience in a shared universe.
It's bold, a bold vision for the future of interactive entertainment.
Absolutely.
Picking up where we left off Light Fight and KZO Override, they work together so well.
They really do. One of the things that just, I don't know, blew me away was that movement system in Light Fight.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just like different powers. Each primordial energy
Completely.
changes how you navigate the world.
It changes everything.
It does.
You're not just getting a new ability.
Right.
You're embodying a whole perspective through how you move.
It's brilliant.
It really is.
Okay, let's break down these primordial energies and see how they impact gameplay.
Okay.
First up, red. the energy of, like
Passion.
fire, the tetrahedron. What kind of VR awesomeness does it unleash?
Pure speed. You become a blur, blazing across the plane of lumina.
Trails of light.
Leaving trails of light in your wake, it's all about momentum, pushing your velocity to the limit. Yeah. But there's a trade-off, acceleration and deceleration, a bit slower compared to the others, so it's not just going fast.
Strategic.
You have to think ahead, maintain that momentum.
Especially in a world that's constantly
shifting, changing.
Yeah, you got to be able to react quickly.
Exactly.
So it's not just raw power.
Finesse, control.
Okay, what about orange? That's air. Rapid change, right?
All about embracing the unpredictable.
Oh, I see.
It's a quick accelerator, fastest acceleration and deceleration out of all of them.
So you might not have red's top speed, but
you can change direction instantly.
Like adapt on the fly.
Like a leaf in a whirlwind.
I love it. Agility and quick thinking are key here.
Absolutely essential.
So we've got speed with red. We've got adaptability with orange.
What about yellow?
Yellow. That's connected to earth, right? Does that make you, like, super strong or something?
Not strength in the traditional sense, but it's about stability. You're the stable grounder. Exceptional stability and control. Resisting chaos, standing firm.
Like a mountain.
Like a mountain, unyielding in the storm.
That's got to be so useful.
Especially when the environment is constantly trying to throw you off balance.
Yeah. I love how each energy has its strengths and weaknesses.
It adds so much depth.
Makes you adapt, change your strategy.
On the fly.
Okay, what about green? Water, harmony, the icosahedron. Does that give you, like, underwater abilities?
That's a fun thought.
Right.
But green takes you in a different direction.
Okay.
You become the vertical jumper, incredible leaps, enhanced climbing.
Oh, wow.
Imagine soaring through the air, scaling those bioluminescent structures effortlessly.
Taking the high ground.
Defying gravity, a whole new perspective.
That's incredible. All right. Blue, ether, fluidity, adaptability. This one sounds mysterious.
Blue is all about grace.
Grace.
Precision, the fluid glider, moving smoothly, with control.
Not brute force.
It's about flowing, anticipating changes, adapting with elegance.
So each energy is like a different lens.
A different way to experience the world.
Not just different powers. It's about how you move, how you interact.
Exactly.
What kind of player would choose blue? Someone who values balance, harmony, maybe.
You hit the nail on the head.
It's fascinating how this game is about more than just beating enemies.
It is.
It's about exploring these different approaches, finding your own style.
Absolutely. And I think to really grasp Light Fight, you'd need to master all the energies.
Especially if you're going for that perfect synthesis they keep mentioning.
Which brings us to the last energy, indigo.
The last one, light unity, the small stellated dodecahedron.
Indigo is interesting. Very focused movement.
Focus.
It's almost surgical. You're the phasing navigator, slipping through tight spaces, dodging with pinpoint accuracy.
Wow.
You navigate complex environments with precision none of the others can match.
So red speed, yellow stability.
Indigo is that precise control in tight situations.
Perfect for those intricate bullet hell.
In environments, yes.
They hint at those in the design docs.
It makes you wonder how they'll design the levels, challenging you to switch energies.
Oh, yeah.
Adapting, overcoming those obstacles.
Like a dance.
A dance between your intent and the ever-changing world.
Challenging, but rewarding.
For those who can master it.
It makes me think about Kill Z Override again.
Right.
If Light Fight is already doing all this,
pushing boundaries,
what will people create with Kill Z Override?
It's inspiring a VR metaverse with tools for creation that are this deep, this rich.
We could see an explosion of creativity.
Unlike anything we've ever seen.
We've talked about the visuals of the plane of Lumina.
The philosophy, the movement.
But there's one thing we haven't touched on yet. And you specifically wanted to talk about it.
Let's hear it.
The combat system.
Ah, yes.
From what I gather, it's a blend of 3D, bullet hell,
fast-paced action,
parkour elements.
All tied together by those primordial energies, influencing not just your movement,
but also your attacks.
And your defenses.
Imagine dodging projectiles while switching between red speed,
orange's agility,
yellow stability.
A symphony of motion and chaos.
They even mention multiple camera modes.
Oh, that's right.
First person, third person.
Top down, even free floating.
It's another layer of flexibility.
Find the perspective that fits your style.
It's amazing how much freedom they're giving players.
To shape their experience of the game.
You rarely see that in VR.
It's true.
So to sum up, Light Fight is visually stunning, philosophically charged, and it blends.
Parkour, 3D bullet hell, strategic energy use.
It's truly unique.
And then there's KZO Override.
The open source platform that takes all those ideas
And hands them to you, the player.
to create something even more extraordinary.
A shared VR universe limited only by your imagination.
It's powerful stuff.
A vision of what interactive entertainment could be.
And we can't wait to see where it goes.
Absolutely. But for now,
The plane of Lumina awaits.
a world of beauty, danger, and deep philosophical exploration.
What will we discover within its depths?
Only one way to find out.
We've gone through the 6 primordial energies, speed, adaptability, stability, all those, and each one's so unique.
They really are.
I can already imagine how much strategy they bring to Light Fight.
Oh, absolutely.
But what about Violet? The missing piece, you know?
The big question mark.
It's shrouded in mystery, connected to this huge event, and the idea of perfect synthesis
Right.
feels like the ultimate power-up.
It does.
But what does it actually mean for the game?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
We know it's about spirit, higher consciousness, the great stellated dodecahedron.
Right.
The lore says its implosion fractured the plane of Lumina, started that whole conflict between individuality and unity.
So it's not just power. It's like the key to understanding this world.
It's foundational.
They mentioned teleportation, but it's got to be more than just like zipping around, right?
Oh, for sure.
If perfect synthesis is the goal, how does Violet's energy fit in?
Well, if we think about perfect synthesis as that perfect blend of individual and unity, maybe Violet lets you shift between all the other energies,
Seamless.
adapting to anything instantly.
So instead of being stuck with one style, you become a master of all of them,
Drawing on each strength as needed.
transcending those limitations, becoming something greater.
You got it.
It ties back into the whole philosophy of the game, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not about picking sides, it's about integrating them,
Finding that harmony.
creating a whole...
And maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
that's how you bring peace to the plane of Lumina.
by embodying that perfect synthesis.
Not just in what you do, but in who you are.
It's mind-blowing that a game can explore such deep ideas
It's incredible.
and still be this exciting, action-packed experience.
Absolutely.
And that brings us back to KZO Override.
Full circle.
If Light Fight is already pushing boundaries,
With the movement, the depth.
imagine what people will create with KZO Override, with those tools, that freedom.
It's exciting, a VR metaverse with this level of thoughtfulness behind it.
A flourishing of creativity, unlike anything we've seen before.
It's a beautiful thought.
We've talked about the visuals, the philosophy, the movement system with the primordial energies,
Quite a bit to unpack.
but there's one element we haven't really touched on,
Oh, and what's that?
the combat system.
Ah, yes, of course.
You know, from what I understand, it's this blend of 3D bullet hell
Fast-paced, high energy.
with parkour elements woven in.
And it's all connected by those primordial energies.
Yeah.
Affecting not just how you move, but how you attack, how you defend.
Imagine dodging those energy blasts while switching between red speed.
Orange is agility, yellow stability. It's a whirlwind.
It's like a dance of chaos.
A beautiful chaos, though.
And they even talk about multiple camera modes.
Oh, that's right. You can switch perspective.
First person, third person, top down, even free floating.
So much flexibility.
It adds a whole other dimension to the gameplay.
Find the view that suits you best.
It's amazing how much freedom they're giving players.
To shape their experience, it's pretty rare to see that in VR.
So to wrap it all up, we've got Light Fight.
This stunning philosophical game that blends parkour, bullet hell, and strategic energy use.
Into this truly unique combat experience.
It's unlike anything else out there.
And then there's KZO Override
The open source platform that takes those core concepts,
and hands them to the players to create something even more amazing.
a shared VR universe limited only by imagination.
It's a powerful vision for the future of interactive entertainment.
It is, and it'll be fascinating to see how it all unfolds.
Absolutely. But for now,
The plane of Lumina awaits.
a world of beauty, danger, and deep philosophical exploration.
What will you discover within its depths
That's a question we each have to answer for ourselves.
as we step into those vibrant virtual landscapes?
We might just find that the journey itself is as transformative as the destination.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Until next time.
All right, so today we're diving deep into something